Lateral reading, or side-checking your sources, is quite simply what it sounds like. It is seeing who is giving you this information, and can I trust them? And it's really easy. Stanford University conducted a study among Stanford students, professional historians, and fact-checkers. They asked them to look at two different websites, the American Academy of Pediatrics and the American College of Pediatricians, and decide which of these two was the most reliable source. Most of them failed miserably. So we're going to take these two, and I'm going to show you how the ones that didn't might have done it. So we've got the American Academy of Pediatrics, we've got the American College of Pediatricians, but we are not going to look at either of those sites for this information. This is the most important thing to take away from this video. Do not look at the source to find out about the source. Look somewhere else. Look and see what other doctors have to say about these people. Look and see what the world has to say about them, because nobody exists in a vacuum. There's always, or should be, information about these people available online. So if I go to my friend Google and I search in the American Association, American Academy of Pediatrics. Now, I am not going to look at the site. I am going to scroll down and look at Wikipedia. Now, Wikipedia is not the devil. It does not have all of the information, but it's not a bad place to get an overview of a topic. It's not a bad place to get some basic facts, and it's a very good place to get links to all sorts of other sources of information where you can learn a lot more. So, Wikipedia tells me that was formed in 1930. That's a while ago. It's got 67,000 members, which is not a small number of doctors. It's got a staff of 390, and their president is an MD. Very quickly looking at the background, publications. They have a journal, and Pediatrics, this journal, is a peer-reviewed medical journal, and that's an in-print publication, is a good thing. So we can see their stance on things, which is always interesting, and possibly the topic for another video, but here's where else we can look. We can look at the references, right? This is a massive amount of information. We can go and find out. The New York Times has talked about them. They're cited by major news organizations. Generally, major news organizations don't cite people who are not reliable sources. Of course, everybody gets things wrong occasionally, but for the most part, this looks like a very promising, trustworthy thing. Let's check the American College of Pediatrics or Pediatricians? Pediatricians. And let's see what Wikipedia has to say about this. They say it's a socially conservative advocacy group, which is not always a good thing. Oh, in fact, there's even a disclaimer up front. This is about the advocacy group for the Professional Association of Pediatricians. See the American Academy of Pediatrics. So already I'm leaning towards, again, thinking that this is probably not a very reputable site. They've been around since 2002. They've got about 500 members, which is not a lot of members. The group's primary focus is advocating against abortion and the adoption of children by gay or lesbian people. It also advocates conversion therapy. That doesn't sound very promising. Now, one of the references here is the Southern Poverty Law Center. The Southern Poverty Law Center being a very reputable human rights and civil rights organization. Oops. What do they have to say about it? The American College of Pediatricians is a fringe anti-LGBTQ hate group that masquerades as the premier U.S. Associations of Pediatricians. So that doesn't sound very reliable to me at all. I'm going to go ahead and close that and wonder how they all got that so very, very wrong. And that's it. It's that simple. For those of you who might say, I don't have time for this, takes about 30 seconds, which is well less time than it would have taken to read a bad article from a biased or factually incorrect source. So, that's lateral reading. Thanks for watching. See you next time.